Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we have ourselves a new preview for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2 coming at us in the form of new cards for what is presumably the Ninjago trading card game, which is a thing in other countries that are not the United States. The US doesn't get this kind of stuff, as unfortunate as that may be, but regardless, we do have some new cards that suggest some new matchups and also some new teases for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 and the Source Tournament. So let's start with these two, which suggest a couple of key matchups that we will see in the Tournament of the Sources. The first one is between Lloyd and Cinder, and the second one is between Sora and Jordana. And really quick, here's what the translated cards look like. Translated to English, the Lloyd and Cinder card says a battle of life and death at a height of 10,000 feet. The Sora and Jordana card says the Battle of Revenge. Yeah, so a couple of things to point out here. First of all, between Lloyd and Cinder, I like that matchup. I feel like that is a good match for a couple of reasons. For one, the two have fought before, and for two, it's always going to be fun to see a Smoke Master in battle, like we've seen countless times before with Cinder and Ash as well. I do wonder what it means, though, when they say a battle of life and death at a height of 10,000 feet. I think it is logical to assume that each of these matches will be different and maybe they will have some different circumstances surrounding them. Maybe Lloyd and Cinder, their battle might take place high up in the sky, maybe on the backs of dragons or on some type of blimp, similar to what we saw in one round of the Tournament of Elements way back when. The Sora and Jordana one is also interesting for a couple of reasons. For one, Sora and Jordana of course have that rivalry. Jordana wants revenge on Sora, but also Jordana is in the tournament. But I thought this was a Tournament of Elements just redone, as confirmed by Doc Wyatt over on Twitter, where all participants are required to have an elemental power. How is Jordana here? Well, this could be for a few different reasons as well. The first option is that Jordana's magic technically counts as her element, which I guess would make sense, even though it's not really elemental, at least as of what we know right now. It always could turn out to be some type of elemental power, but in all honesty, I feel like the real reason why Jordana is here is because her powers might actually be coming from the Forbidden Five. Remember, at the end of Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 1, Jordana was kind of possessed, if you will, by the Forbidden Five, or at least that's how it seems, after the spell went haywire. She can kind of be seen twitching and kind of freaking out after the entire spell went wrong. Maybe she could somehow draw power from the Forbidden Five and utilize their actual elemental powers for the tournament, thus technically qualifying her. Moving away from the matchup cards, we have a couple of character cards to talk about as well. First of all, we have Lloyd and Cinder, and ignore some of the mistranslations. Lloyd's power says green energy fighting machine. Elemental energy is green. So cool. I guess Lloyd's powers are technically qualified as green, or maybe energy, or maybe green energy. Only time will tell. His quote is, "We don't know anything about the arena competition, so we have to be fully prepared." Then we have Cinder. "The ninja dream was shattered by me." Awesome. His elemental energy is smoke, or elemental power, and his quote says, "What can you do to me? Just wait and cry with your ninja friends." Obviously, roughly translated, but still some awesome character art of Lloyd and Cinder for Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2. In a similar manner, we have cards for Sora and Tox as well. We have seen this art before, but the cards are new. Sora's card says, "Technology rules everything." Her elemental energy is technology, and her quote is, "Ninjas don't fight to win, we fight for what's worth protecting." Words of wisdom right there. Meanwhile, Tox's card says this arena competition is addictive, her elemental energy is poison, and her quote reads, "When Tox comes out, everyone pounces." Whatever that means. Like I've said, we have seen this art before, so nothing really super new here. Moving on to the final two cards. That, of course, being these two right here, featuring a couple of awesome pieces of artwork for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2. The one on the left is of the Motion Source Dragon and Cole's Titan Dragon mech. The translations read as follows here, so I guess read those as you will. The one on the right, though, that seems to be a nice preview for the Tournament Temple City itself, with the Source Tournament trophy there on the bottom, much like how it appears in the Tournament Temple City set. The translation reads, "Only one will rise in the end." That seems very similar to the tagline of the Tournament of Elements, "Only one can remain." I wonder if there's any correlation there. Either way, I feel like that is a nice reference, regardless, to the Tournament of Elements that took place way back when. And with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here regarding these new Dragons Rising Season 2 cards for the Tournament of the Sources. What do you think about some of the matchups? How do you feel about some of the cards, the artwork, everything in between? And are you excited for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2, hopefully coming very soon? Thank you so much for watching. Leave all of your thoughts down below, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.